Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I do my everyday makeup look. So if you want to know how I go from this to this, then keep on watching. So I normally do my makeup look in the bathroom with a mirror and without a headscarf on. So have patience with me. So I'm just going to flip this up and expose my forehead and I'll get started. So I just took a shower. I put on CeraVe on my face. Now I'm gonna go in with some sunscreen and then powder my face with a loose powder. So I never skip a day of sunscreen. I use the Supergoop SPF 40 sunscreen. I like it because it does not have any white cast, none whatsoever, but it is expensive. Like, who wants to pay $30 for sunscreen? It's honestly ridiculous. So I take most of it and put on my forehead because in the summertime, my forehead becomes a different shade. Now that I'm done with moisturizer and sunscreen, now I'm going to put on my loose powder. So I use the MAC Prep and Prime. I only use this because my sister didn't want it, and I was just like, this is an expensive powder, I'll take it. Good thing I brought it with me to Somalia because I've been using this instead of primer. I don't recommend primer anymore. I used to spend hundreds of dollars, y'all, because I have really oily skin. Now that I'm done with powder, now I'm gonna start my foundation and concealer. I use the NARS foundation. This is, I think, the All Day Luminous foundation, and I used to use the Weightless foundation. I'm not sure. I did not ever use the dewy one, and I always stick to NARS because it's really trustworthy, and I don't know, it just applies really nice, and I don't have like $50 to throw around to experiment with high-end foundation. So once NARS started to work for me in college, I just stuck to NARS. So I took 2 pumps today. I normally do 1.5 or 1, but today I'm just feeling a little bit more heavy-duty coverage. So I took 2, take my ring finger, and I take 3 dots up on my forehead. Oh, what's this? 2 dots, or like multiple here, some here. So most of my foundation, I focus it on my forehead because my forehead really needs it. I don't know why, but most of my acne always shows up on my forehead, but I'd rather have it on my forehead than on my cheeks because I can hide it. So like, I take my hijabs and I use them to my advantage. I take like a small cap, like an underpiece scarf, and I basically cover the majority of my forehead. Oh, and what I use is the MAC 170 brush. Please buy it. I stopped using a beauty blender ever since I bought this brush. It is just like the best thing known to man. I love this brush. Once I'm done with my foundation, I go in with the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. I've been using heavy duty recently as well, because I've noticed that the medium coverage, light coverage concealers, I put too much of, and it makes me look really cakey. So I thought, might as well just get a heavy duty one and put a small amount. So I just take the smallest amount, and little goes a long way with this concealer, which I absolutely love. And I take 1 dot here, 1 dot here, 1 dot here near the crease, another one here, 1 on my forehead, 1 on my chin, and then a few dots here to kind of give me a little base for eyeshadow. And where else do I put it? Why am I forgetting? I'm getting camera shy. And then here. Boom. And it's a lot of concealer, so I recommend buying this because it will last you forever. I wish I started heavy duty concealers a long time ago. And then I use the same brush. I use the same MAC 170 brush, and I just basically blend the product all over my face. See how fast it blends? The brush, I'm telling you. Oh, also I use high-end products because, especially for foundation and concealer and powder, because I don't have time to experiment with drugstore. I'm not trying to say it like, oh, in a bougie way, but I don't have that kind of time and energy to like go to the store and try to figure out what shade matches me. Because like, you know, when you go to Walmart, you can't just eyeball a foundation there. Like the Maybelline Fix Me concealer and the foundation, how am I supposed to know which one is mine? Because sometimes the glass shows a shade that is not the actual shade when you open it. Anyways, what I was just saying was nobody has that kind of money, and I know foundation and concealer is really expensive, but I'd rather just pay a one-time payment and get samples and then have a guaranteed bottle that will last me for 2 years than constantly go to the drugstore and like pay $10 every single week because a foundation doesn't match me right. As you can see, the coverage is insane. Now I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier powder, and I'm going to basically just powder the rest of my face again. What I do is I take some like this and I put it on my hand so it doesn't become really harsh when I put it on my face. Next, I use this Eco Style brush and the True Complexion Contour Palette. And what I do is I take the shade Contour. I always take whatever I'm putting on my brush and I rub a little bit on my hand so it's never harsh. And I am gonna do my forehead now. Yes. My forehead and a little bit of my cheeks. And then what I take is my Real Techniques eyeshadow brush. And I only use this brush for contouring my nose. So I take some, blot it on my hand, and then one line, one line. Then I take the same contour palette, the same color, and I start windshield wiping on my eyelid to kind of give it color. Yeah, basically windshield wipe the crap out of my eyes. Yeah, cool. This finished my Benefit brow pencil and it's too expensive, so next time I'm gonna just stick to the next one. Nobody has time for a $22 eyebrow pencil thing that's gonna finish in literally less than a month. Like I used this every day for a month and it disappeared. Like it finished the product. So I was like, what? I'm not paying for this again. So what I do is first I brush my brows upwards. Like that. Then I go in with my Anastasia brow gel and this little brush right here that's angled and sharp. I take some, put it on my hand, you get the gist. And I just take some and I basically draw along the line of where my eyebrows are. Do not over or underline. I'm gonna do the other one. Yeah, like I used to take too long with my eyebrows, but now I just don't care and I just go fast. Yeah. Then I take the same spoolie section. I'm just gonna keep this for the spoolie, and I pretty much brush it out really nicely, like so. Eyebrows done. I take the Too Faced Born This Way Natural Nudes palette, and I pretty much just use the shade Cocoa, Maple, and Truffle, depending on how I feel. I always use Truffle as the darker shade. Then, depending on how I feel, I use either Cocoa or Maple. So today I'm gonna use Cocoa. Boom. I don't go up and about because I don't have, oh goodness, I don't have big round eyes, so I just stick to my eye shape. So where my crease ends and a little bit above is where I add product, and that looks more natural to me. I used to watch, you know, Jackie Aina do her eyeshadow, and I used to do the absolute most, and eyeshadow always used to look funny, but my eye shape is not hers, so I had to, you know, accept the reality that I don't have hooded eyes, but I don't have a lot of space, so I add less. Like I add it closer to my lid. I use this brush, this big one, for my entire lid. Then I go with the smaller one, and I'm going to use the shade Truffle, the darkest one in this palette. Again, blot it on my hand, and then just add it to my crease area and here. kind of like making an L shape with my brush, like an L shape, like this. Boom. And then I do it on the other side, making an L, like a sideways L. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then I'm done with this brush. Then I'm gonna take a blending eyeshadow brush and blend it all in, like boom. And that's how I do my eyeshadow. Next I go in with my blush, which is this MAC blush, powder blush, and the shade is called Flirting with Danger. And I've had this for at least a year and a half now. I did not write down when I bought it, so it might get expired soon. So what I do is I just take some and I put on my cheeks, like so, and then take a little bit and put on my nose. I like the flushed look that blush gives me, even though I've never blushed in my life. So I like blush. So I use the NYX Keeping It Tight black eyeliner, and it's a pencil liner, and I use it on my waterline. So what I do is this: I take this, lift my eyeball, and where your eyelashes are, not the pink space, where your eyelashes are is where you apply it, your waterline. So I take some and I go like this, basically where your eyelashes meet. And then I go down, and again, not the pink side, right underneath it. Just a little bit. I'd put just a tiny amount, like literally a finger length of it underneath. Boom. And I really like the effect that this eyeliner, the pencil liner, gives. And yeah, it just gives a really nice coverage. Next, I use the L'Oreal Luminous Liner. I don't like it very much, but it's the only eyeliner I brought to this country, so I just have to stick with it. And what I do is I just make a line as fast as I can. I used to try to do eyeliner, but I really suck at it, so I just stick to just basic looks. Boom. It doesn't look great, but I like to stick to just the thinnest amount because I don't do it very well. It doesn't look great, it doesn't look perfect, but I just do the best I can every day. Now that I'm done with my entire face, what I do next is I put on mascara. Most of the time I use either the Full and Soft Mascara by Maybelline or the Marc Jacobs. And sometimes if I want better coverage, like more of a lash type of look, I put both together. So I'm gonna show you how it looks with like the lash effect. So I first use the Full and Soft Mascara on my eyelashes first. Don't laugh at my face. I mentioned this in a different video, but I normally put on lashes in America because I don't have a place to like go check my eyelashes if they're messed up or not. I don't put on lashes. If you're not making a face while doing your mascara, that means you're not putting it all the way. You gotta put it all the way to kind of give it a look. And I do not put the bottle, I do not add more product. I do my lower lashes with this. Then I end it with the Marc Jacobs if I want more product so my lashes can show in pictures. You see the difference? I don't think you can tell, but I see a big difference in how it looks when I add one more coat of this product in. Alright guys, I am done with my makeup. So what I do to end is I just tie this hijab thing. Just tie it and voila. How does it look? Okay. Oh no, I'm not done. Goodness. Why would I forget? I can't believe I almost forgot my favorite part of this whole routine. I grabbed the NYX, either a gloss or an intense butter gloss, and I bought this off of Amazon because I think NYX discontinued it because you can't find it in stores. Black Cherry Tart shade. And what I do is I add a few dots like this. And it's okay if it looks funny. I don't use lip liner here. I just use this and the Essence Shine 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 lip gloss, and I bought this off of Amazon as well. Very cheap, and it's one of the only lip glosses that look really well. And I'm going to pretty much cake it on my lips. Yes. Ta-da! How does it look? I've been doing this every single day. Without fail. I've been adding a few steps into my routine as the years went on, but this is basically how I do my makeup every single day. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.